and just for the fun of it.
I love turtles.
God, I love that freaking.
What an intro. Oh my god.
Who we got? We got Big Ben in the house. What's up, Big Ben?
What's going on, guys?
Welcome back
We've done a
to
lot.
another episode of Urban Legends, and it's not Urban Legends of Scotland, guys. It's Urban Legends of Scotland. But you know what? We're gonna keep it like that because why not? Oh, hang on, I can edit it. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna edit it real fast, fam. There we go. Ha ha. Ha ha. But what's up, everybody? I'm glad y'all are back. Tonight, we are going to be talking about, as y'all can tell, the Urban Legends of Scotland. And tomorrow night, Dakota, are we still going live for Africa tomorrow night?
Oh, as far as I know, we are.
As far as we know, we'll be live tomorrow night for the Urban Legends of Africa, I think. You used to be a member, Big Ben, so I had to fix it. I mean, mod. But, guys, Friday, me and Dakota.
Ooh.
Oh, you're good, Matt. This is the Urban Legend stream. The other stream starts after this stream at like 11:20ish. So you're good, brother. This is the other stream. This is for the Urban Legends of Scotland. So you haven't missed out yet, brother. But as y'all can tell, we're gonna have a Sunday vlog after this at 11:30 p.m. Eastern. Be Sunday vlog episode 34, I think. It'll be my like 4th or 5th one live stream, so it's going to be fun. But this weekend, Friday night, me, Dakota, and Rob are going to a motocross race. So I'm gonna try maybe to do a little Instagram live or something for y'all. We'll see what I can do. And then Saturday is the big one. We're going to South Boston. Semi NASCAR type.
It's still NASCAR, but it's like what they call NASCAR roots. It's like where most people get to.
Yeah, it's where the races were. It's a cool, fun little drag, like little racetrack.
It's what they call late models. It's like it's NASCAR brand, but it's, how do I put it? It's like beginner NASCAR, I'd call it.
Yeah, and I'll try to do a live stream or something there too. We'll see how that will work.
I know it's South Boston team because I've done one.
Cool. So South Boston, I will be live on Facebook. I mean on YouTube, and the motocross race, I will be live on Instagram more than likely. But we are excited about that. We've been talking about this for over a month now.
I've had tickets for over a month.
Oh, Big Ben like that NASCAR. See, my favorite NASCAR race car driver is Harvick. I've always liked Kevin Harvick.
Me and Rob are huge.
Hey, feel better, Koza.
NASCAR fans. I'll say that right now. Me and Rob have
been
huge NASCAR fans for years.
I mean, I don't hate it. I don't like NASCAR as much now. Simple fact, the stages.
There is a lot that needs to be changed with NASCAR, but I'm still a big fan.
The stages need to be changed,
I've been a fan of NASCAR for.
I would like NASCAR again. That's the only thing stopping me from sitting there watching NASCAR like on TV. I don't like the stages.
I don't mind watching the TV, but I think the races are a whole lot better in person.
Oh yeah, I know. Like I know that. I mean, I've never been to a NASCAR, but I've been to the South Boston
Yeah.
race years ago, and those are freaking
But
amazing.
even from years ago, South Boston has changed a lot, but it's still action packed, hard darn racing.
I'm excited about it.
It, I love South Boston.
Hey,
Last year
what's up, Ripley?
we ever went, and by God, the first race we ever went to at South Boston last year, they had a 20-car pile up. They had
That's what
cars.
I like it for. I like the wrecks. I know that's probably a little heartless to say,
Well,
considering
I do too. I mean, not. I don't like seeing people wreck, but they're fun to watch.
they are fun to watch. That's what makes NASCAR fun is the wrecks. Just like the NFL and football. The tackling, the rough tackling. That's what makes football fun.
NFL people can't even tackle in the first place. So
You ain't lying about that. But yes, tonight we're gonna be talking about the urban legends of Scotland, fam. And the first one, I got the top 10 urban legends you need to know of Scotland. That's not the same one you got, is it?
no,
Cool.
might have
Well,
the same stuff on it, but it ain't the same article.
yeah, that's true. The first one is Scotland's Ghost Road. Keep those eyes peeled if you find yourself driving on the A75 through Dunfriars and Galloway. The notorious stretch of highway has been the site of supernatural happenings for over 50 years, with terrible eyewitnesses reporting screaming phantoms,
Oh,
ghostly parades, and even UFO sightings. The most famous incident occurred in 1962 when two truck drivers testified to having seen a mysterious van swerving along the road and wild animals lunging towards their windshield, only for everything to suddenly disappear before their very eyes. Due to these paranormal sightings, many long distant truck drivers avoid this section of highway at all costs. That sounds like if I ever go to Scotland, that sounds like a road I want to go to. All right, the second one, and I'm probably saying this wrong, Gwilly Dewey.
what?
Gilly Drew. Gilly Drew, I guess.
I gotta find a different one.
Oh, God. This guy's in the chat. Dude, yeah, Martinsville. Sorry.
Ross Chastain's video game move. They call the what is it the Hail Melon? They call it. Or
I'm legit 30 minutes away.
he went 100 miles an hour onto the wall in turn 3 and 4 at Martinsville. That was the craziest move I've ever seen somebody do.
I am legit 30 minutes away from Martinsville, guys.
I'm like, I think right now I'm like from Shane's. It's like an hour and 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm 30 minutes
It
away
ain't
from
far at
Martinsville.
all, but that's my. If I go to a actual NASCAR race, like the Cup Series, Martinsville's my go-to because I've been to Martinsville, God, probably 8 times, and I like
Yeah,
that's my go-to. This year we're gonna try to go to Charlotte.
nice. But residing in the wild birch forest of Gairluch and Loch Druing is the Grully Druy, a solitary male fairy, glad in leaves and moss. The Gwilly Dooly actively avoids contact with humans, but is known to behave aggressively towards adults who dare trespass into his Sylvian home. He is, however, very gentle to children. In the late 18th century, a young local girl named Jessie McGray became lost in the dark woods and was found by a Gwilly Doo, who confronted her and led her back home. That sounds interesting. The second one is Devils in the Bins. A famous Scottish general and the devil sit down to play a game of cards. This isn't a punchline, but a claim made by General Tam Dooley, founder of the Royal Scot Greys and the head of the Dale family in the 17th century. While residing in the House of the Bends, his family ancestrally home, he claimed the devil visited him every night for a game of cards. Though the devil usually won, one night Tam gained the upper hand and raised the devil through a marble table at him. He missed, and the table landed in the sergeant's pond outside. Though General Tam's story was dismissed as pure fancy in his day, when the pond dried up 200 years later, what would be found at the bottom of the in the mud at the bottom of the but a marble. What will be found in the mud at the bottom but a marble table? Sorry, that's crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, but it's real. I can't pronounce words. I'm awful at pronouncing words, so y'all have to deal with it. Deal with me sometimes. But the next one is the Green Lady of Craves Castle. When Queen Victory visited Craves Castle in Aberdeenshire, she witnessed a green mist and a childlike apparition hovering in one of the rooms before they suddenly disappeared into the fireplace. Many subsequent guests to Craves Castle have also witnessed the exact identical remainings of Mr. Oh, witness. Oh, sorry. Many subsequent guests to Craves Castle also witnessed the Green Lady and her child, though her exact identity remains a mystery. Local lore goes that she was a servant girl who fell pregnant by the scion of the Burnett family, the owners of the castle, and were murdered to protect the family name. Indeed, renovations to the castles in the 1800s reportedly unearthed the skeleton remains of a woman and child underneath the very fireplace they continue to haunt hundreds of years later. And that's the top of the castle, I guess. But the next one is the Arthur's Seat Coffin. One summer afternoon in 1836, a pack of schoolboys stumbled upon a strange discovery in a cave on the northeast face of Arthur's Seat. 17 mineral coffins, great day, miniature coffins laid beneath a few thin stone slabs. Each casket held a small human effigy in intricate carved with expression painted faces and carefully sewn clothes and shoes. As some of those figures were already decaying when they were discovered, the coffins must have been created over several years. No one knows who created these coffins or why. Though some claim witchcraft, others suggested they're makeshift to the victims of Burke and Hare, the infamous murder duo. Sorry, guys, I'm awful pronouncing words. But the next one is Kelpies. Now immortalized into 13-meter high statues, the famous Kelpie statue of Falkirk Tower majestically overdrives along the M9 motorway. These shape-shifting demon horses, however, are a great deal more sinister than their monument gives them credit. Legend goes that Kelpies lures unsuspected prey to the water edge by emitting a cry that sounds remarkable to a woman screaming. As its target rushes to the shore, the Kelpie lurches and drags them into the watery grave. The only way to save yourself from the Kelpie is to assert your mastery over it by grabbing the reins and tear the bridle from its back. I got 4 more guys for y'all. The Mackenzie Poltergeist. Ooh. The denizens of Greyfriars Kirkyard have long been the source of many a spooky tale, not long least of which being J.K. Rowling's Lord Voldemort, whose real name she lifted from the tombstone in the graveyard. Its most infinite resident, however, is Sir George Mackenzie, widely known to the English to the most to be the widely known to be the most aggressive poltergeist in Embridge. During the 17th century, he ruthlessly tortured members of the Scottish movement or those who opposed King Charles I's religious reform and clung to their Presbyterian faith, earning him a reputation of Bloody Mackenzie after his mausoleum was broken into by a homeless man seeking shelter in 1999. There have been hundreds of documented cases of people approaching the tomb mysteriously collapsing or being cut and bruised. Thirst, it seems that Mackenzie lives on even after death. Now that's crazy. The dead Jacobite of on April 16th, 1746, the Jacobi rising came to a brutal and bloody end on the fields of Culloden, as Scottish forces fighting for their independence were slaughtered by the British Army, ending a century-long struggle between the two nations. It is said that the birds will not sing above the boogie land where the Jacobites made their last stand, and the nearby residents sometimes witness a specter wandering the moor, mumbling the words defeat. And every anniversary of the Battle of Culloden, there are those who swear they can hear the clamoring of swords and the sounds of men dying on the battlefield once more. And that's like part of the battlefield. That's nuts. The next one is Annie's Room. Visitors to the real Mary King Close attraction will make a journey back in the time to the 17th century when this narrow network of buried closes was a bustling neighborhood of colorful characters. Before they can go back up to the surface, however, they must first pass through Annie's Room. In 1992, the Japanese psychic Akane Akiku Gibbo visited the close and was struck by the spirit of a small, unhappy girl who said her name was Annie. According to Annie, her mom had abandoned her in the clothes when Annie began experiencing symptoms of the plague. Aiko brought Annie a small doll to comfort her, and since then, hundreds of visitors have simply left small toys in Annie's room in the hopes of easing the century long loneliness of the little girl. And the last one, Jenny Wee, the Iron Teeth. South of the city in the neighborhood of Gobles in the sprawling Glasgow necropoli was nearly 50,000 souls laid to rest on its green hilltop. The solemnity of this place was disturbed on September evening in 1954 when a policeman responded to reports that hundreds of children have descended upon the cemetery. The local children insisted they were seeking to avenge two young boys who had been devoured by the Gorbel vampire. Some local suspects that had actually seen Jenny Wee, the Iron Teeth, a demonic hag who has said to have roamed Glasgow Green in the 19th century, dragging unsuspected children into her lair with her metal teeth. And that's all I got. Dakota, do you have any?
I couldn't find any more urban legends that you hadn't already talked about, so I got some haunted places.
That's even better. I like that too. Hey, Paradox.
Alright, we'll get started with these here. Let me just get this right quick. Alright, number one is a Rosslyn Chapel. Located in the village of Rosslyn, this 500-year-old chapel has long been rumored to be home to several spirits. Although the construction and ownership of Rosslyn Chapel have been well documented, it has not stopped locals and historians from spreading rumors about the artifacts which may be found inside. Some have claimed that the chapel's original crypt, which has been sealed off for many years, a claim may be a bit more believable had the crypt also not been rumored to store the first crown jewels of Scotland or the mummified head of Jesus. Shut up, Twitter. God. There have also been stories of spirits lurking within the chapel walls in the surrounding area. While these stories may at first seem just as ludicrous as a pickled head, it is important to note that many visitors to the chapel who were unaware of its reputation as a supernatural hotspot have reported odd occurrences and apparitions which vanish as suddenly as they appeared. Motorists and those exploring the area around the castle have recalled encounters with a black knight riding on a horse, seemingly unaware that he is hundreds of years removed from the Scotland he once knew. It is believed that he was killed in a battle from 1303.
Oh, wow.
In which Scottish knights defeated an army of English soldiers despite the numbers game being stacked against them. As with the many haunted chapels, Rosslyn Chapel is also home to a mysterious lady in white who has appeared before several tourists over the years. Number two is Cawdor Castle. The castle is said to be cursed by a group of witches who were infuriated when a playwright used one of their spells in their
Hey, Joshy.
opening scene. So perhaps it should be no surprise that Cawdor Castle has a long history of paranormal occurrences. Let's see. When the Earl stumbled upon his daughter and her forbidden lover in their secret hiding place, he was so infuriated by her betrayal that he pursued his daughter through the castle until she had no place left to run. In a desperate attempt to escape, she climbed out of a castle window and began to lower herself to the ground below. However, while she was still dangling from the window, the Earl drew out his sword and slashed off his own daughter's hands. Those who have visited the castle quite often simply look for a lovely day out, but have reported encountering a handless young woman roaming the building in a blue velvet dress. Number three is the Stirling Castle. One of the many spirits said to haunt the castle is the Highland Ghost. The Highland Ghost is always decked out in traditional Scottish garb.
Hey, Buzzsaw.
Visitors often mistake him for a tour guide and approach him for directions or with a question, only to be stunned when he vanishes. In 1933, the Highland Ghost was reportedly captured on film, though there is debate about the validity of the footage. Also found in the castle is the infamous Green Lady, who is believed to have been a servant to Mary, Queen of Scots. According to some sources, she met her end while trying to save her master from a fire that broke out in her bedroom. The ghost of Mary Queen of Scots herself has also been said to haunt the grounds, but she and her servant have not been seen together.
Mm.
Okay. Number 4 is the Dryburgh Abbey Hotel. The original Dryburgh served as a home to a Roman Catholic order of monks and was founded in 1150 by the Lord of Lauderdale. In the near 1,000 years which have passed since the monastery was built, it has become nothing more than some fallen rubble now located within the grounds of the hotel. The 4-star hotel is said to have been built on the site of an older house that stood during Dryburgh Abbey's years as a religious property. The original house was home to a young woman who entered in a love affair with a monk. When the monk's peers discovered the relationship, they demanded he is executed for his failure to stay faithful. When the woman learned of her lover's death, she was so distraught that she threw herself into the River Tweed, where she drowned. Visitors of the hotel have reported witnessing the woman journeying through the hotel and its grounds, and she has come to be known as the Grey Lady. Guests have also encountered the terrifying apparition of a group of monks engrossed in some sort of religious chant.
Mm.
It should be noted that at least some of the monks in this ghostly order could be responsible for killing the Grey Lady's partner. Number 5 is the Edinburgh Vaults. Towards the end of the 18th century, the vaults became home to numerous taverns, merchants, and anybody who wanted to fly under the radar of law enforcement. It is said that serial killers Burke and Hare used the vaults to stash bodies during the height of their deeds. Written records of the vaults are few and far between, but it is unknown when they were shut down, but it is believed to have been sometime during the mid-19th century.
Mm.
The vaults were rediscovered in the 1980s, and excavation was held a couple years later, during which numerous artifacts from its time as a black market were discovered. A modern witches' coven set up shop in the vaults after the excavation, which may account for some of the heightened paranormal activity. It is said that shortly after claiming the vaults, members of the coven set about searching for a room into which to stage their rituals. After settling into a room and doing whatever witches do, the group left for the night. Upon their return the following day, they found the room in a state of disrepair, and some reported seeing a shadow man in the mirror which hung in the room. Another room in the vault is home to a vicious poltergeist who has attacked numerous visitors over the years. During the vault's early years as a tourist attraction, light bulbs installed in the room would explode for seemingly no reason.
That's interesting.
Number 6 is the Edinburgh Castle. Stood shadowing over the ancient city of Edinburgh lies the impressive Edinburgh Castle, regarded by many as the most haunted place in Scotland. The castle has been the scene of ghost stories and legends for many centuries. One of the oldest reports of the paranormal came from 1650, when the castle was about to be attacked by Oliver Cromwell and his men. The governor of the castle witnessed a headless drummer boy on the castle's battlements playing an old Scottish war tune. This exact ghost was spotted again in 1745, giving credence to the belief he only appears when the castle is under threat. Number 7 is the Glamis Castle, the home of the Lyons family since 1372, when the land was awarded by Robert de Bruce. The castle is the home and birthplace of late Queen Mother and the birthplace of late Princess Margaret. The most famous ghost that haunts the castle is Lady Douglas, who was sentenced to death for the bogus claims of conspiring to poison King James V. She was burned at the stake outside the castle in 1537. Number 8 is the Culloden Moor. Culloden is where the final battle took place that ended the Jacobite rebellion in April of 1746. This, along with Bonnie Prince Charlie, was heavily outnumbered and outgunned by the British, and within just 40 minutes, the whole army was dead. The battle cries and gunfire can still be heard to this day, and the apparitions of beaten and forlorn Highlanders haunt the battlegrounds and surrounding areas. Number 9? Yeah, number 9. And the final one is the Balmoral Castle. Balmoral Castle, the Scottish residence of the royal family, is a well-known structure that requires no introduction. It has been reported that the castle has a resident ghost named John Brown, who was Queen Victoria's confidant and companion, and subsequently became a close friend of the Queen after Prince Albert. Witnesses have reportedly observed Brown dressed in his kilt, wandering the castle's hallways and grounds after his death. The apparition has also been reported by Queen Victoria and Queen Elizabeth II, who have claimed to see him and felt his presence. And that's the most haunted places of Scotland.
What's up, Sean, brother? But guys, if y'all haven't, Dakota has a video out that's freaking epic. I haven't watched it yet, but I know it's going to be epic. So definitely check that out. We got old Sam in the house, Sean Cody, Budfile, old Joshy Washy, Paradox, old Big Ben. But yeah, dude, that's the Urban Legends of Scotland. After this, about 11:30, 11:25, whatever p.m. Eastern, I will be live for the Urban Legend. For Sunday Vlog episode 34 tomorrow night on Dakota's channel. If everything goes correctly, we will be live for the Urban Legends of Africa. Do you have a premiere tomorrow at all?
No.
You have any more premieres this week?
I think I got one. Got one.
14th.
Wednesday. At 4 p.m.
Yep. So, guys, at 4 p.m. Wednesday, Exploring with Dakota has a video dropping.
Sorry.
I don't have.
Tuesday at 4 p.m.
Oh, okay.
Tuesday.
I don't have any videos at the moment, but like I said, Friday I should be live on Instagram for the motocross thing for a little while, and for Saturday I'm gonna try to be live at the race. So we got some stuff coming up for y'all this week, and of course, I'm probably gonna film my Sunday vlog this week, so there won't be a Sunday vlog next weekend, which I'm going to try to do some reacting. The reason I didn't do it today is because it's been rainy, nasty, and when it's rainy and nasty, there's no use in doing a react over here because it's going to be awful. But everybody needs to go check out Sean Cody, Tennessee Sam, everybody in the chat for sure. Like I said, after this at 11:20, 11:30 p.m. Eastern, so far it's me, 13 Spirits Paranormal, Second Star Survival, and Haunting with Hodge. I don't know if Dakota can come up or not because he does have school tomorrow. But Taryn T might hop up, not 100% sure yet. But right now it's me, Dom, Matthew, and Joshy Washy for sure. So if anybody wants to come up, just let me know. It's going to be a fun, just a random, Sunday vlog. Just talking, a lot of fun, BS. But thank you for watching. Don't forget to get subscribed to Exploring with Dakota. Hopefully soon we'll be having some videos, doing some videos for y'all. But thank you all for coming, watching, hanging out. And tomorrow night we'll be live on Dakota's channel for Africa. And then next week we're going to switch it. Dakota's going to go live on Sunday night if everything goes correctly. And then I'm going to go live Monday night for Canada. I'm not sure what next week Dakota's channel is, but we'll let y'all know. But yes, we will be live for Canada next week, and we will have Dom up there with us, our own Canadian, French Canadian, Mr. Clean. But thank you all for coming. I hope y'all enjoyed this. I'm going to end this now, but I will be back live in about 30 minutes or so. So thank you for coming. Love you all. Y'all are all the best. Special shout out to everybody who is a member on my channel. I got 16 epic members, and I appreciate every single one of y'all. The Turtle Nation. I also appreciate the Nubby Bunch, which is everybody that's subscribed to my channel. My Nubby Bunch people. But thank you for coming. We will see y'all later.